Alright, my name is Daz and welcome to Stories for the Subconscious, where I want to help people to reprogram their subconscious mind so that they can basically reprogram their life for the better. Today we're going to be looking at the dangers of instant gratification and dopamine addiction. We haven't exited the matrix just yet. I know what you're thinking. Daz has now got a bald head. He's now wearing sunglasses. Well, I'm on my jollies. I'm on my holiday in Benidorm. So if you have a look, there's quite a lot of skyscrapers in Benidorm, isn't there? But when you get walking, it's actually a lovely place. You can just see the sea over there. See the sea. See with your eyes, the sea. But it's a fantastic place. Once you get walking around and visiting the old town, there's plenty of stuff to do. I'm actually going to a water park today because I'm like a big kid. So yeah, I can't wait. So I think it's important that we dive into this topic today because the dangers of instant gratification and it's linked to dopamine addiction, it does affect us all. Do you know what I mean? I've been down this road with dopamine addiction and instant gratification, and sometimes I still slip off track. Yeah, I'm only a human being, I slip off track. But then when I realise I've slipped off track, I get back on it. So I want to explore how, clever advertising and social media has basically been keeping us consuming, even when we can't afford it. So I'm also going to add, if you stay till the end, I'll add in how we can overcome this. How we can overcome or even start to just really minimise this cycle of consuming and giving yourself instant gratification. And you know what, at the end as well, I also want to highlight why rewarding yourself after achieving your goals is a lot more fulfilling. So stick around to the end. Let's have a look around what we understand about instant gratification. It's the desire to experience pleasure or fulfillment without delay. I've had to swap my arm holding this bloody thing, whatever you call them, I can't remember what they're called, selfie sticks, because it's fucking hurting my arm. Don't know why it was aching holding it that way. But if we look at our fast-paced world today, this often means seeking the quick fixes and immediate rewards, doesn't it? Whether it's binge watching a TV series or films on Netflix, doom scrolling through social media, making impulsive purchases. I mean, how many times have you bought something because you've seen the next shiny object on Amazon or whatever, or it's been advertised for you through Facebook or all on the internet now? You see this clever advertising of literally what you've been looking at briefly. It's like it's reading your mind. It's mental. You know what I mean? And then we buy this thing thinking we really need it, and then we unbox it, have a look at it, like, I've just wasted my fucking cash. Why have I done that? And I've done it through so many times with these impulsive buys and stuff. And it's because of these actions that do provide a temporary dopamine rush. You can also have a look at other things as well. Do you know how many times have we, instead of preparing a meal or, getting the fresh ingredients, stuff like that, we just look in the cupboard because we can't be bothered, and we grab some biscuits or get a takeaway or some sort of other junk food, crisps, any other snacks. And then after we've eaten them, the dopamine rushes through our body, doesn't it? But then once we've finished, we feel like shit. We can't concentrate. We feel sluggish. We might even have a nap. And then we'll wake up from the nap and then we'll do it all again. Because it's shit energy. It's just, there's no nutrition at all in these things, so it makes you feel like shit. You are what you eat, basically, as well. And let's have a look at some other stuff as well, where we do instant gratification. What about masturbation? Masturbation and porn, and why I give it up quite a while ago, because it just wasn't serving me at all. Do you know what I mean? Years ago, when I was younger, you had to work for porn. You had to work hard for porn. You'd have to try and, you and your friend would like secretly nick it off his big brother, or you'd go in a shop and you'd have to wait till the shopkeeper won't look and swipe one off the top shelf. Yes, I was a little ruffian sometimes when I was younger, but he wasn't. And then also as well, do you know what I mean? You'd get a porn mag and you'd have to, people would lend you one at school, and then you lend them the one what you've been looking at and stuff. Sometimes you get there and the favourite centrepiece might be a bit sticky, so you'd have to sort of, sort of peel because you want to see that, but your mate's already jizzed all over it. Or you'd get a video, and like now, you could just go on Pornhub or whatever it is and just skip to the scene what you want and the exact moment you want with the exact image and stuff. You tried doing that on a VHS. You tried doing that on a video player. Fast forwarded it. That's the bit I want. Oh, now I have to rewind it a bit now. Then fast forward. Oh, some grainy stuff's happening there. Someone's taped over it with fucking countdown. Stuff like that. It was really hard work having a wank over porn when you was younger. And or you might watch the 10-minute preview on TVX back in the day. All of a sudden, your mum's coming down the stairs. Shit, turn the volume down. Creak, creak, creak. Turn it on a different channel. Wait till she goes back to bed, put it back on the channel again. Stuff like that. It was fucking hard work. Now it's just type in what you want, click, there it is. Pick the scene, so easy. Blow your beans, job done. But again, it's just instant reward, isn't it? Instant gratification. All the time. So let's have a look at the role of dopamine anyway. So if you look at dopamine, it's what you call a neurotransmitter, and it plays a significant role in how we feel pleasure. It's released during activities that bring us joy, such as eating delicious food, exercising, or receiving a compliment. But the constant pursuit, I couldn't say that then, the constant pursuit of instant gratification, it's leading to dopamine addiction. We're all addicted to it now. So where our brains become wired to seek out these quick hits of pleasure, often at the expense of long-term goals and your well-being. And you know what? These social media companies and the advertisement on telly, it's very, very clever because it makes you want it. Advertisement causes need. The advertising and social media platforms are experts at exploiting our desire for instant gratification. They use targeted ads, notifications and algorithms that is designed to keep us engaged, and it also keeps us consuming. So let's have a look at what I call the financial trap, the consumerism trap. It can lead to really bad financial strain. Many of us find ourselves buying things that we don't need simply because they promise immediate happiness. This cycle of spending and seeking instant gratification, it can be hard to break, especially when the advertising is so clever and appealing as well. Do you know what I mean? Like if you look at Christmas adverts and stuff, you're on track with your diet, you're on track, everything's going right, your exercise, but then all of a sudden you see the jingly, jingly, jingly Christmas adverts. Oh, look at that. Consume that booze. Oh, buy all that food that you don't need. Oh, look, now you need some Pringles. Now you need some pork pie, some sausage rolls, some snacks galore, some chocolate. You've got to have all these chocolates, celebrations, heroes, quality streaks, roses, all of them. Let's just buy them all. Let's buy all 4 tubs. And you're just consuming. And I've got to have loads of shortbread as well. And you're just in a perpetuate cycle of consuming and feeling like shit all over Christmas. But you've got to enjoy yourself. It's Christmas. Is it fucking really enjoyable? Is it really enjoyable feeling like you're at death's door every fucking day, and then when you step on the scales day after New Year's Day, you're a fat pigeon. You've put on about 3 stone over Christmas. So then you've got to work all the time until next Christmas, getting rid of it, and you're finally in the shape you want, and you'll do it again. You'll do it again because it's fucking ingrained in there, this subconscious habit, what we've got to stop. And it can be stopped. Do you know what I mean? I'm not innocent at doing it. It's took me years to do this, years to stop it, because it's a hard one to beat. That's a hard one to beat for me. And another one is when I'm tired. When I'm really tired and I've not slept well, I tend to reach for the junk food, reach for the instant gratification, because it's just, you can't be bothered to cook and it's just there, and in your head it's going to make you feel better, even though it doesn't. It just makes you feel more tired and you probably zonk out, and then you'll zonk out in the day, and then when it gets to the night time again, you won't be able to sleep properly, and then you can be on that sort of merry-go-round and cycle. It's absolutely insane what we do to ourselves sometimes, but there is a way to break it. And like I say, I'm not innocent. I do slip sometimes myself, but now I know how to do it to get back on track, and I'm slowly imprinting another subconscious habit. I'm slowly getting rid of the old ones, because these ones, they haven't come in overnight, have they? If you take around, you know, that quite a lot of us, I'm not sure about yourselves, but have a habit of having to find something nice to watch, a good program to watch, to eat my food with. Now, where's that habit come from? I'll tell you where mine came from. I used to spend a lot of time at my nana's, a hell of a lot of time when I was younger. She was like my mum, more or less, and she used to always want people to sit at the table. But I knew my cartoons and whatever I wanted to watch was at a certain time. So I was like, Nana, do I have to do this? Can I just watch my cartoons? Can I eat it on my knee? And you know, nanas, they give in, don't they? So my nana would give in and go, of course you can have it on a tray. A tray, eh? A tray to eat your food on. A tray, I will do that every day. So then that habit became a subconscious stored habit, because repetition is the key. I repeated it every day, having it on my knee, watching my favourite programmes. Now, I find it fucking hard as hell to not eat whilst watching something I enjoy on TV. You lot might be the same. Let me know in the comments what you think. So it's just all stuff like that. You've got to look at the root cause. What caused these instant gratifications and these fucking constant dopamine chasing? What caused it? Social media's got a big part to play in getting people hooked and addicted on social media, looking at other people's lives, looking at what they're doing, looking at what they've got and what you ain't got. You think really these social media platforms got designed so you could just see what your friends are doing on Facebook and to communicate? Bollocks. They was designed for an agenda, and the agenda is to get you hooked and get you thinking one way. How society's going, how they want society to go, and that's how they want you to think. Anyway, that's a story for another day. I'm digressing. So let's look at how we can overcome instant gratification. So I want us to have a look at what's causing this instant gratification. What's causing these prompts? What's causing these triggers for you to seek it all the time? Seek these dopamine rushes and instant gratification. Is it boredom? Is it boredom, stress, tiredness, or something else? You know, once you can identify these triggers, you can start working on addressing the root causes instead of chasing that quick fix all the time. I hope the camera angle's all right here, because it's hurting my hand again. I might have to do a swappy. So we're back to this angle again now. I'll put a little bit of a building in there for you. Look, these skyscrapers are fucking huge, aren't they? So what you need to do is set long-term goals. Set long-term goals and focus on long-term rewards rather than immediate pleasure. So let's look at an example here. If you're tempted to buy something impulsively, remind yourself of a bigger financial goal, like saving for a vacation. That's one of the things what I'm going to be doing more of, because you know what? I really love holidays. I really love holidays on my own and with my daughter. On the next one we go to Antalya in Turkey, my daughter's coming. And this is through saving my money instead of wasting it on takeaways and booze and stuff like that. You'll be surprised at how much you can save. You know, I worked out what I was spending on alcohol and takeaways over the year. I worked it out just by looking at my online transactions and when I've used things like Just Eat and stuff like that. Let's put it this way, it's about £4 grand a year. That is ridiculous. That was ridiculous. Well, I say £4 grand a year as it was. It is fucking not now, because I've learned what I like the most. I like the long-term rewards. I like the vacations. I don't want these short-term instant fixes no more, because you just waste money, and then you're stuck with all this crap and junk what you don't even need. Like, why have I bought this? And then you end up selling it anyway, and it loses its value, so you can't sell it for fucking on anyway. It's just crazy, isn't it? So when you're tempted to buy something impulsively, just remind yourself of a bigger financial goal, like the vacation, the holiday, or whatever it is your long-term goal is. And let's look at like creating a reward system. So instead of indulging in instant gratification, set up a system where you reward yourself after achieving specific goals. This could be as simple as enjoying your favourite treat after completing a project at work, or reaching a certain milestone in your exercise, or all the little tasks what you need to do. If you can write them down, all the little tasks what you need to do throughout the day, then at the end of it, write in your treat, whether it's going to be an hour on social media, or one episode, not 50, of your TV series on Netflix, or your favourite snack, or your favourite food. But put it at the end, so you've actually earned it. You've earned the reward, and it's not instant gratification. And if you keep doing that habit over time, that will become a proper part of your routine. And you can see over time how rewarding it will be, and then you'll slowly over time train yourself to not go for this instant dopamine fixes and instant gratification. You'll train yourself to earn the rewards, whether it even is a simple bit of masturbation, or eating your favourite food, watching TV series, or having a beer or two, a glass of wine, whatever it is, whatever your fix is, earn it before you actually just reach for it. And over time, your life will become a hell of a lot better. If we look at like social media as well, limit your exposure to the triggers. Don't reach for your phone as soon as you wake up in the morning. Just leave it for a while, because there could be something what's going to trigger you and fucking fuck up your day if your mindset's not right around this yet. And it's going to take time. So reduce your exposure to the phone. Just give yourself, like I say, use it as a reward. And I'm not talking about, answering urgent texts or urgent calls. And I'm saying urgent, not just a friend going, how are you, what are you up to, long time no speak, or any of that crap. Important calls, important texts regarding family, etc. Okay? Stuff like that. So learn to not just pick up your phone the minute you open your eyes, or don't go on your phone until the last bit, until you fall asleep, because what could happen is it's something that triggers you inside your mind. Your sleep is going to be shit because your mind will be focused on that. So let's try, even if you can do it just half an hour before bed, try and get it to an hour, but half an hour before bed, and when you first wake up, half an hour before you touch your phone and stuff like that, because this will reduce your exposure to advertisements and social media. Unsubscribe from marketing emails. The amount of unsubscribed emails, the amount of emails I've had to unsubscribe to recently, all the takeaway ones, all these type of food ones, all these alcohol ones, all the latest shiny object and the smartest clothes and all the stuff. When you actually need it, or when you think you've earned the reward and you've got the money to buy these things, right, you'll be able to find them. You don't need constant advertisement telling you about the latest product, because it's just going to make you want it, and then where we are back in that shit cycle again. So unsubscribe from marketing emails. Use ad blockers. Set specific times for social media use. All this can help minimise the constant bombardment of the stimuli that's triggering the instant gratification and the I want that, the dopamine, the instant dopamine fixes. So practice delayed gratification as well. Train yourself to wait. If you feel the urge to buy something, sorry, this camera angle, I can't get used to it. I should have just put the tripod down there, but then you'd be looking at me like that. So that's hardly the angle you want to see, is it? It just reminded me of a rude joke, but I won't go into that. That's another day. There's no kiddies watching this. This is for adults. So if you feel the urge to buy something or indulge in a quick pleasure, wait for a set period. Just wait. And often the desire will pass and you realise that you didn't need it after all. Like how many times I practice intermittent fasting, and I fast till tea time. Why I do this, it helps me stay more focused during the day. And people go, but if you're not eating, where's your energy coming from? I get an insane amount of energy from intermittent fasting. So my last meal would be around 8, 9 o'clock at night, and I don't eat again, 6 o'clock the following day. And again, people go, how can you do that? I feel lethargic and tired. Actually, I don't. I feel full of energy. I do have black coffee through the day, not a lot of it, but I do have a couple through the day. But I feel so focused, so driven, and if I don't fast through a day and I eat at dinner time, even if I eat healthy, I still feel sluggish. So I just don't do it. It helps me. And sometimes I'm sat there and my belly's rumbling. It doesn't so much now I've got used to fasting, but in the early days my belly would be rumbling. And I'd be like, oh, am I hungry and stuff like that. But then if you just focus, stop thinking about food, don't look at anything what can associate with food. So definitely don't look at social media, because you're guaranteed to see some people's shit dinners or shit food what they've ordered for the day. It makes you want it. Advertisement causes need, even if it's from friends. So anyway, I've digressed again. So yeah, when I sit there and I think I'm hungry, I have a bit of water and stuff like that and sit there again, and the feeling passes. It subsides, and it will do for you. So it will pass, and then you'll realise that you didn't need it after all. And this goes the same with anything, whether it's the alcohol, whether it's the takeaway, whether it's wanking over porn, anything like that. Just wait, and the desire, the feeling for the pleasure, the quick pleasure, it will pass. Another thing, when I want to go back to as well, I want to go back to the advertisement. And have you noticed, right, so I don't know what it's like in other countries, but I'm from the UK, in England, and literally, when I'm driving my car, every bus stop, or it might be billboards for people who live in the big cities and that, but every bus stop, it's all about booze. The latest aftershave, which is beyond a joke in price now. Don't get me wrong, I love aftershave, but Jesus Christ, it's sorry for the blasphemy there, but it's just overpriced, isn't it? It's beyond the joke now. But let's go back to the billboards. So you see the booze and KFC and McDonald's and Taco Bell and Wagamama and Domino's and pizza and all this, or any junk food you can buy from Tesco's or Asda's. Look how cheap it is and stuff. And every now and again you'll get the odd one for fruit and veg. So that's a ratio of about 90 to 10. Well, not even that. I'd say 99% junk food advertisement, 1% your wonky fruit and veg from Aldi's or Asda's or wherever you get them from. And that's ridiculous. If there was more of a billboard or more of a bus stop or any form of advertisement on things that are actually good for you, the world would be a better place. Yeah, I'm not being funny, but now in the UK, there's an obesity crisis. The average person is the size of a silverback gorilla. It didn't used to be when I was younger. Through the 80s and through the 90s, you get the odd person who's overweight. Now it's spot the person who isn't overweight. It's like being morbidly obese has become the norm. And then there's other things that celebrate being overweight and celebrate big is beautiful and stuff like that. Well, I'm sorry, it's not. These people have got health conditions and they need to be encouraged to trim down because they're not healthy at all. So stop promoting this big is beautiful, because it will just encourage more people to consume. There we go. Hit the nail on the head. These advertisement companies are not stupid, are they? Celebrate bigness. How do you get big? Eating more fucking shit. So yes, they're not fucking stupid, are they? And this is why we've got obesity crisis in Western countries. It's beyond the joke. Yeah, with everyone just trudging around looking like fucking Jabba the Hutt walking around. It's not a good look, and it's a shame that people have been, conditioned now to think that that is the way forward and that it isn't anything to worry about. Whereas years ago, if anyone was overweight, they'd do their utmost to try and get them to lose weight and stuff like that. It's a massive crisis. Anyway, I've digressed again, so let's get back on track. So if we look at the instant gratification or just normal gratification, rewarding yourself after achieving your goals is much more satisfying than the instant gratification, because it helps you build self-discipline as well. And I'm going to do another video on the importance of self-discipline and how it over-trumps motivation, because motivation is like the wind. It's fleeting, it comes and goes. But that's another video. So if we look at normal gratification and delaying the instant gratification, it builds self-discipline, it enhances your sense of accomplishment and leads to a more sustainable happiness. And all these things about delaying gratification and stuff like that, it ain't going to be some quick overnight fix. It takes time. You will fall back off the wagon again. But you know what? It's about falling off, dusting down your fucking scrape grazed knees, putting a bit of fucking, what's that stuff? Is it Dettol or TCP or whatever? It stings a bit of iodine, oh, it's cleaned the cut, but then you get back up again. You keep on fucking moving, don't you? Because you will come off track. You will fall down, but you've got to keep getting back up. It will take time. I'm on this journey with you. Sometimes I'll fall off the wagon, but I'm going to keep fucking getting back up until eventually I'll be on that fucking wagon so high and in control of the wave of the wagon that I won't fall off ever again. And we can all do this. We can do this together. Okay? Put in the comments. Put in the comments what things you sort of fall back onto all the time. What are your dopamine fixes? What are your dopamine highs? What do you give yourself instant gratification with? We can all overcome this together. It's a journey. It's a life journey, and it's all about, the key thing is, all these nice things we can do in moderation. Netflix, moderation. Binge watching TV series, moderation. Junk food and booze, moderation. Porn, if you want to go there, moderation. And all the other things. Shiny objects, when you can afford them. And when you can afford them, how nice will that feel when you can just buy it outright? Hey? And we can all do it. Because if you think how many times we waste times, oh, I can never hit my goals, I can never achieve them. Because you're always chasing the dopamine high. Do you know, when you find yourself wanting to masturbate or eat or watch TV series and films and stuff like that, that is an hour to 3 hours to 4 hours or 5 hours you could be working on your goals. Where it's like me, content creating, wanting to get a decent body in the shape of my life. I could do that instead. Content creating, I could learn how to edit better, how to look at certain things, how to give more value to others, how to start things, how to create an email list, how to do this, how to do that. Do you know what I mean? It just goes on. Read more books as well. Stop looking at a fucking screen all the time. Read more books. Read more books. Learn from books. If you do have to watch the screen, make sure it's informative and educational. What are your interests? If you want to do something, go on things like YouTube and learn how to do it. YouTube, at the end of the day, it's a search engine. Not many people know that. If you type in whatever you're looking for, it'll find it for you. So if you want to know how to do something, or you're passionate about something, you want to know more about it, how to speak on camera, how to do anything, the right sound equipment, buying stuff like that, when you can afford it, the list just goes on, doesn't it? But the time when you chasing the dopamine rush, or especially doom scrolling on social media, when people go, they haven't got time to do 20 minutes exercise a day, or they haven't got time to find what they're passionate about, or they haven't got time to do this, etc., etc. Just watch, look at your phone, how long you spend on social media per week, and you tell me you've not got fucking time to chase your passion, to exercise, to eat right. Bull fucking shit. So to conclude this video anyway, the conclusion, instant gratification and dopamine addiction are pervasive in our society. They're not going away. They're only going to get stronger. And AI is going to knock them out bloody tenfold. So you best be prepared for this by getting our mindset and self-discipline on track. But with mindfulness and intentional actions, we can actually break free from this cycle. And believe me, right, because I was in this trap of being a consumer pigeon, and always wanting the instant gratification and the dopamine rush. So if I can stop the addiction, if I can stop this process, anyone can. Anyone can. You've just got to break free from the cycle by focusing on the long-term rewards, and practicing the delayed gratification. And with this, we can achieve great fulfillment and well-being. So anyway, thank you for joining me on another video in sunny Benidorm this time. And if you've enjoyed this story, please like, share and subscribe, as it helps the stories to thrive, stay alive and get into that subconscious mind. Until next time.